I am missing it. I don't think you can replicate the intensity of a normal session on the grass. All I can say to you is I was very proud. I think to manage a club like Rangers, there's always going to be elements of pressure. The players had the bit between the teeth. They were hungry. The reason why there's always a lot of attention around Alfredo. I think there has been some tough times. It's been difficult to find the actual answer of it. I am doing everything I can around the clock to make myself better, to try and make my team better. I'm also confident we're not too far away as well.
Hello, welcome to my journey into the media world. I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by Liverpool legend and current Rangers manager, Steven Gerrard. First of all, Steven, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with me. First of all, how's lockdown life treating you?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a case of taking each day as it comes. I think the world's in a crazy time. It's a very unique moment for everyone. So I think from my point of view, I'm just trying to make the most of the time. From a family point of view, it's been really nice to bond with the kids who, when I am managing and I'm in work in my normal routine, you don't see as much of them. So that's been a positive. Trying to continue to work, trying to evaluate where the squad's at, thinking about maybe how we can make it stronger and improve moving forward. So yeah, just trying to make the time as useful as possible for hopefully when it's safe to do so, to return back into the normal routine, because I am missing it.
Yeah, and in terms of keeping in contact with the squad, how's that working? Because when this all started, the first thing that came into my mind is, how do you create the intensity of a training session in a house?
Well, it's very difficult. I don't think you can replicate the intensity of a normal session on the grass or a game situation. So I think what you've got to do is make sure that the players tick over in a safe way. Now, I'm lucky to have fantastic staff around me. You know, my fitness coach takes the lead in terms of getting content over to the players to make sure they're continuing to run and work and to stay in as best shape they can possibly be in, for if and when that time comes when they relax it and we can get back to training, whether that be in small groups. And I have daily contact with Ross Wilson, and we evaluate where we're at, where the team and the squad are at, you know, how we can make changes in the future. And we talk about the players on a daily basis. So, you know, whilst we are at home, it's important that everyone continues to work and do everything we can to keep making Rangers as good as we can.
Yeah, and can you comment on the player's decision to take a wage deferral?
Yes, I mean, all I can say to you is I was very proud. I think the players were proactive, and I think, you know, the lot of them as a group were all keen to support and listen and help the club. Everyone understood the situation we were in. So, you know, I was really proud of all my staff. I was obviously very keen myself as well to be a leader in that situation, because as you can imagine, it's not easy for football clubs right now. This is a very tough time for football clubs, not just in Scotland, but around the world.
Yeah, and the other day, it marked your 2-year anniversary at Rangers. First of all, what was it like walking in at Rangers? Was it a pressurised environment? Because, of course, it was your first managerial job.
Yeah, listen, I think to manage a club like Rangers, there's always going to be elements of pressure and responsibility. You know, it's a club that's been built on success and top footballers. So I think when you're employed by the club, you've got a responsibility to keep trying to add to that wonderful history and tradition that it's got. The first day I walked in, I was taken aback by the reaction from the supporters. You know, I think there was 8,000-9,000 that turned up on the day. So that was obviously a special day that'll live long in the memory. And I think for me, it's a case of keep trying to move this team and club forward, keep trying to improve it. I knew it was a big challenge and a tough club to come and join. So yeah, I mean, I'm satisfied with a lot of things at the moment, but I'm also wanting to right a few wrongs as well, and that means trying to get success as soon as possible.
Yeah, I imagine you've learnt a lot in those 2 years, haven't you?
Yeah, well, look, the only way to get experience as a manager is to, I think at times you've got to be bold and brave with your decisions. And it was certainly one of them moments when I was offered the Rangers job. It was something that I couldn't turn down. The excitement and the feeling that I got from that was special, and I wanted to go and face it. Now, I think everyone understood that it was a big job for where I was at. But the only way to get experience is to do it and learn. And sometimes you've got to make mistakes along the way, and that's been the case.
Yeah, I'm definitely learning that in terms of my media career anyway.
Well, look, my advice to you would be, you know, well done for, deciding that you want to be one of them and go and front it and face it head on. And there will be times when you get things slightly wrong and blah, blah, blah. But if you're hungry to learn and grow, I'm sure you can become a top journalist.
Thanks for that. Very quickly, Stephen, I just want to touch on the first half of this season. It was very successful. You went on a 16-game unbeaten run. Why do you think you were so successful?
Well, I think what I will say is, whilst you're qualifying and doing well in Europe, it means that over the course of the season, you're going to be playing plus 55, 60 games. Now, the first half of the season, the players had the bit between the teeth. They were hungry. They were consistent and everything was going so well. But unfortunately, we couldn't find that level of consistency after the break. And it's my job to find the reasons and the answers why. But having reflected on it, it's a combination of different things. I think the players have given me everything they've got. And at times it's just been a little bit too much for us. So, we'll continue to keep pushing forward. As I say, we're working extremely hard now to identify other people who can come in and make us better and stronger, and hopefully be in a better position to have another go for next season. But the important thing for us is that we don't, we continue to try and want to play football this season when it's safe, and the government gives permission to do so.
And one man who's been firing in the goal for you is Alfredo Morelos. He scored 29 goals in all competitions this season. However, the Colombian has let you down a few times from time to time. So what role do you play in terms of managing the striker?
Well, what I do is I manage all the players the same way. I try and show them honesty and respect and be there to support and guide them as much as I can. Now, you're talking about an incredible goal scorer. His volume of goals over the 2 seasons or the season and 3 quarters that we've played. He's always been a heavy, consistent goal scorer, and that's the reason why there's always a lot of attention around Alfredo. I think Alfredo's been open himself to say at times he's got things slightly wrong, but he's a human being. These things happen. The important thing for me is that I see signs that he's trying to learn and get better. And I've certainly seen signs of that. But in terms of the player and the goal scorer, he's obviously a fantastic talent.
Yeah, he loves a goal in Europe, doesn't he?
He does. I think the team have provided some fantastic opportunities for him. Some of the service from out wide and through balls that have been played to him have been fantastic as well. I think it's important to recognise some of the team play we've had. But when he does get a chance, he's clinical. And, that's the reason why he's got such a big volume over the 2 years. And there's a lot of interest around these types of players. That's normal. Just
very quickly, Stephen, I went up to my first Rangers match at Ibrox, and it was Rangers versus Braga. And I was there as a neutral. Yeah. And I never really appreciated how good those Rangers fans can be on a European night. Was you surprised when you first walked in?
No, because I'd been to a few old firms prior to taking the job. I'd been to one at Celtic Park, I'd been to one at Ibrox, so I was aware of the passion and the noise that fans up there can create. And I've been lucky enough to experience some incredible atmospheres, especially in Europe. They seem to go an extra gear in Europe in the night games under the lights. It's always a special time, and I think because of the way the game was, and we were trailing in the game and we managed to turn it round. It was absolutely rocking and bouncing, and to be on the side of that is such a proud feeling.
Yeah, and you mentioned a bit about Celtic there. When you beat Celtic on their own soil, everyone thought that this was a year. However, we've entered lockdown and you're 13 points away from the league leaders. So what do you think's gone wrong since then? And has this been the toughest time in your career, managerial-wise?
I think there has been some tough times, of course, when we haven't got the results that maybe we should be getting. Of course, that's my job to take the responsibility for that. I think I answered this question for you a little bit earlier in the interview, that we just haven't been able to find the level of consistency since the winter break. I think we have at times, and it's been difficult to find the actual answer of it, because in amongst some poor results as well, we've actually performed incredibly well, like the Braga performance. So, it's something that is constantly on my mind to fix moving forward, that we have to. If we can find the level of form we had prior to Christmas for longer over the course, I think it could be a very interesting season. At the same time, we were so close to getting our first trophy together in the League Cup as well. We become super close. So I'm also confident we're not too far away as well.
Yeah, I'm sure that's music to the Rangers fans' ears. Has this been a useful time for you to reflect?
Well, I think you try yourself. I think everyone's got to try and make the most of the situation. It is what it is. Of course, I'm like everyone else. I want to come. We will get through it, and I'm looking forward to getting through it because I'm someone who gets up of a morning and I like to be in a routine. I like going to work. I appreciate the job and the role I've got. So the sooner we get out of it, the better. But at the same time, I think you've got to understand that, there's more important things to be worried about at the moment. There's people in hospitals at the moment. There's people obviously losing their lives. So football becomes secondary. But at the same time, I'm like majority of people, trying to make the most of the situation, but really looking forward to coming through.
Yeah, personally for me, it doesn't seem right for football to come back anytime soon. But that's a debate for another day.
No, I don't think it's a debate really. I think everyone has to listen to the government, and the only way we can come back and play football is when it's physically safe to do so. And that's our view at Rangers. What we've said, when it is safe to do so, let's get back to playing football, and that's what we all love doing, and that's what we're all missing. But of course, it'd be stupid to say that you do it when it's not safe to do so. Of course.
Yeah. Very finally, what's your message to those loyal Rangers fans watching?
Well, look, I am doing everything I can around the clock to make myself better, to try and make my team better, and I crave success as much as them. The thought of being successful in front of them supporters is my personal drive on a daily basis. So, we'll continue to try and move it forward. We've come such a long way, and we've got close in certain competitions. We've done extremely well in other competitions, i.e. the Europa League. Admittedly, we needed to be better after the break from a league point of view, but I am trying as hard as I can to improve things. Thank you so much, Steven, for coming onto the channel and having a chat with me. My pleasure. Good luck to you. All the best. Thank you. It's been great insight, guys, to be able to get an insight into Steven Gerrard's time at Rangers. Leave a like on the video and share it about if you can, please.
Hit the subscribe button and follow my journey to the media world. Click the video choices on screen to see more of my work.